Hi guys, today's nutrition tips is going to go over habits versus hunger. I love this one because I am like a goldfish or a Labrador retriever puppy or a teenage boy. Like I can eat all the time, whether I'm hungry or not. So let's talk about that. Hunger, like it sounds like a ridiculous question, like what is it? But I call it like head hunger or stomach hunger. So head hunger meaning like, are you really hungry or do those Christmas cookies just sound delicious and smell good and look great? Or are you actually hungry? Is it because, are you really hungry or is it just because like you're having an office party and there's all this good food there? So the first thing to do is like stop for a second and like feel your stomach. I feel like such a Californian, feel your body. But really take a second and like feel your stomach. Are you actually hungry? I don't mean feel it, but feel it if you're actually hungry or not. That's the first thing. And then there's other times when we might eat when we're not hungry too. Sometimes cravings we're going to talk about tomorrow, but like emotional eating, maybe you're eating at something. This could be a weird time of year for some people. There can be some drama. There can be some family stuff going on. Not everybody's family is as awesome as mine, right? Anyway, but it's the truth. See, there's stuff going on perhaps, and you might be eating at something. So, think about it though. Is that really going to make you feel better? Or are you just going to feel even worse? Because the thing that's bothering you is still there. And now you've eaten stuff that you know is not parallel with your goals. So now you're going to feel bad about all of it. So try to really rein that in. And I know it can suck, but like actually feel the thing rather than try to cover it with food. Sometimes you need to feel the thing. You might dig a little deeper and find out what's really going on and, try to solve it a different way. Talk it out with your friend. Anyway, so that's one of those things that it's tricky. It's not, that's not always fun. Ice cream is more fun, I know, but temporarily, and then you feel bad. So we don't want to do that. So that's the thing. Try to really feel if you're hungry. So now the other thing too, the other big time we eat when we're not hungry is out of habit. Like for instance, like for me, if I watch TV, I want to eat, period. So if I'm gonna watch TV, if I know I'm gonna be hanging out, watching a movie or like watching a show, I will have popcorn and I'll know that I'm gonna do that. So I will like save calories or room in my meal plan that I'm gonna have popcorn that night because it's you get a lot of bang for your buck with that, right? I'm not gonna have the ice cream or anything else that's like too fast and too high calorie to eat. So that's just something. Another time people eat a lot is like going to the movies. Like for me, again, with the popcorn, but I still think that's a pretty good deal. Again, you can eat a lot for lower calories. Watch out for the movie theater popcorn though. I really wanted to talk about the holidays though, because they're here. We're in full swing and traditions, right? So it's kind of, traditions are habits. They're not bad, and habits aren't necessarily all bad. But let's say your tradition is that to bake cookies with your kids or your family. Now, Mary Gowdy was talking about this the other day. So, rather than making a dozen, they're doing like a batch or two a week, and giving some away of one kind. So then they get it, they have a couple, and then it's done and over. So the thing is, you can do something like that, or you can still make the cookies with your kids. You just don't have to eat all of them in the land, right? That's it. Because this is why we want you to focus on your why and your goals, because it's easy to, scarf down a cookie. They're delicious. Focus. And if you're gonna do it, have it, move on. Just don't let it ruin your entire day and snowball and ruin the whole rest of the year or every other party you go to. So speaking of parties, that's another one, a habit type of thing. And traditionally there's a lot of parties. There's the social awkwardness thing. If I don't know somebody very well, or if I don't know somebody at all, let's put it that way, I'm not the best conversationalist. Like if they don't have a dog, I might be in trouble. Like, so want some Herbalife? I'm a little flummoxed sometimes. So like that's, a drink is easy to do or eat because, you can kind of cover that up. You can still avoid that. You can still have something in your hand to drink. Maybe you sip a drink if it's a cocktail, or you have a club soda or water in between. It doesn't have to be some super high calorie alcohol drink, to hold something in your hand. There's that little security of having something in your hand. Or if you're going to eat, make some good choices. Most parties will have some veggies or something, or eat slowly, and call it a day. Ask questions about that person. That's a great way to have a conversation. But there's so many more things. Like, is Christmas morning a big thing for you? We always would have like all kinds of like baked goods or like bacony, like big old breakfast. Well, not this year. I'm having a shake. If your family is, that's fine. Have your shake, right? Or have like a small amount of the thing. Remember, you're the boss of you. At the end of the day, it's you. At the end of the holidays, it's you that can or can't fit in your pants, right? So Aunt Martha, I don't know why I'm picking on Aunt Martha. I don't even have one. Maybe that's why I'm using that name. But she really doesn't care if you don't eat something. It's not going to ruin the holidays. Be focused on your goals and try to break these habits by establishing some of these new ones that you've formed. And talk it out with your coach, because if that's the other thing. It's not a surprise, right? It's not a surprise. Our habits aren't a surprise. We know we do them, nor are these traditions. So you know what's coming. Reach out to any of us, any of the coaches in this challenge, or the other challengers, as a matter of fact, because nobody's going to scold you or be like, yeah, I got that problem too. Here's what I'm going to do. Or like, let's talk it out. Let's try to figure out a plan for both of us. We are human, and we want those cookies as much as you do. Can you tell I want some sugar cookies? Anyway, make sure you've got your ThermoBond. And comment in the feed here, and let's hear what's going on. What are the habits that you're broken, and what are the habits that you're taking on to avoid that holiday weight gain? All right, guys, you got this. I know you do. Thanks, guys. You're doing fantastic.